Good morning and happy to Tuesday. Happy to Tuesday. The day to get things done. Monday's kind of I don't know if you guys have the same thing. When you get back to work on Monday, if it's like, I have so many things to do. And then Tuesday's the day you really do it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. I am excited to spend the next 15-ish minutes with you all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Once you're on, drop it in the comments. Let me know you're there. This is episode 297. 297. Episode 300 will be on Friday. Chuck and I, we're coming up with something. I don't know what. But I've got 72 hours to figure it out. Karen, good morning. Monica, good morning. Julie, good morning. Kimberly, good morning. Shayna, good morning. I love it. Nikki, good morning. Nikki, all of you, but Nikki, I miss your face. My friend. I used to see Nikki every single day. 365, 64. I guess you had to be there. Dee Dee, good morning. Happy to Tuesday, my friends. Hootsek, good morning. I miss you. It's not the same at 5:30 without you, Chris. Today after we were 15, 20 minutes into the workout and Amy Turf said, start your watches. Sarah, good morning. Lisa, good morning. 12 hours of sleep. Oh, I had crappy sleep last night. We haven't turned on our air conditioning yet. I'm a lady. I'm a hormonal lady. I had the meat sweats. So we are going to turn our AC on today. My sleep score was a 70. But our little chihuahua also has a little ear thing and she was shaking her head all night. Dang it. It's like I have children again. Good morning, but I'm jealous of your 12 hours of sleep. Jealous. Amy, good morning. Becca, good morning. Megan, good morning. Alyssa, Kim, Corey, Deanna, good morning. Lisa, yes, hot. Okay, who out there, I need to know, have you turned your air conditioning on yet? If you are here in Wisconsin, are you trying to hold out as long as possible? We talked about this in the winter with the heat. Do you turn on your AC now? And what do you set it at? I feel like we're going to have to set ours into the 60s, which I hate. I hate the air conditioning. I'm going to say it with a passion. I hate the air conditioning. I only like it to sleep. I want it to be hot. I want it to be muggy. I want to sit in the house and roast like a pork chop. But I also want to sleep at night. Tell me what you do. What is the temp there? It's high 70s and low 80s, Chris. It's warm. It's warm. Carrie, good morning. Susan, good morning. Michelle, happy to Tuesday. Alyssa, nope, but the fans are going in all of our rooms. They're going in ours too. It's just not enough. I'm a hot lady. I'm hot. 70. It's 70 right now. Is it, Lisa? Susan said, not yet. Julie, hold out as long as I can. Ditterville, what do you do with your AC? On or off right now? On or off? Let me know. Becca, we haven't turned the AC on yet, but we have turned on fans when we sleep and the dehumidifier is on too. Deanna, I hold out as long as possible, especially when it cools at night. I'm good as long as I have a fan on. When AC goes on, it's at 74. I feel like that's not going to be cool enough for us. I don't know. It's hormones, ladies. It's hormones. I told Chuck maybe I need to keep cool cloths like in some sort of container next to the bed so I can put them on my neck to like cool my body down. Am I alone here? Karen, we opened windows and turned on the blower, but no AC yet. Probably later this week. Yeah. Janice, yes, we have a Nest. So it cools at night and off during the day. Oh, hello, sunshine. Hello, Sue. Shelly, no AC in my house. Good morning, Debbie. Nikki, good morning. All right, well, at least we got that out of the way. Jenny, good morning. I don't know. Sleep is so important to me. So both Chuck and myself, if we don't get good sleep getting up at 4, by noon or 1, we're completely shot, especially in the heat because there's no AC in the garage, which I love. I love to walk out there and just roast. I want to start sweating before I've even had the chance to move. I know not everybody's with me. Kim, no AC yet, but the hot flashes at night are killing me. Girl, you gotta give in then a little. You cannot let those hot flashes take over. Carrie, good morning, sunshine. Right back at you. Amy, no AC. I've been able to open and close the windows and shades to be comfortable. The sun beats right into the front of the house, and we sleep on the second floor, and that heat rises, so it's a little bit of a hot box up there. Is there a chance to move your master bedroom to the main level to make it cooler? No. There's no room. No. All right, on to the lesson today, my friends. We're shifting gears here a little bit. Chuck and I had a conversation this weekend about what I was going to talk about. I don't remember it. He tried to remind me today. It's gone. But we're not talking about it today.
What?
I have 3 pages of what I'm going to talk about today.
Oh, can I give you the short version?
No, not today. No, I have to go on with my show.
Boo.
Friday. Oh no, Fridays.
It won't be To-Do's Day on Friday.
Friday.
Boo. All right, go on.
Friday is you don't want to miss it. It's episode 300. We're going to talk about the 30 things I've learned through COVID.
We're going to make it rain.
We're going to make it rain. You don't want to miss Friday. All right. Episode 297. Self-pity is self-sabotage. Now, there was a couple weeks ago, we talked about the things we did to not only abuse ourselves, but self-sabotage ourselves, and we're going to get a little bit deeper into that today. You all know you're capable of anything. I hope you know that. You are capable of anything, and you've probably overcome a lot in your life that you haven't even taken a moment to give yourself a pat on the back for, probably even haven't recognized it as a win, but no one, not me, not Coach Chuck, not your significant other, can get you to realize your potential but you. And that kind of is what Chuck wanted me to talk about today, the To-Do's Day. So many episodes where people have said, wow, I've had such an epiphany, or wow, this really resonates with me, and I've given you homework. How many of you have actually gone and done the homework? How many of you, when you say that something resonates with you, when you say this is so me, how many of you have taken that moment and gone and done the homework? You are capable of anything. The growth required to reach that potential, though, means you have to get uncomfortable. I want to ask you honestly, how many of you are truly uncomfortable right now? How many of you are uncomfortable in your daily habits to get to your goal? We're going to keep this to health and fitness, but this applies to anything. Anything, your finances, anything out there, this applies to it. The growth required in order to reach that potential means you have to be uncomfortable. Are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable getting up in the morning and making your smoothie? Are you uncomfortable getting up to do your workout? Getting your sweats, getting your sips. Are you uncomfortable? How many of you talk about sips and you kind of complain about having to pee too much and then you don't do it because we don't want to be uncomfortable? So are you uncomfortable? What is it you say you want? I want to eat healthier. I need to meal prep. I have to stop my late night snacking. I should give up alcohol. I should give up sugar. And the first moment we go to do it, 7 o'clock hits and we want that glass of wine, we want that popcorn, Deanna, wink, wink. We want those things, but there's this feeling that happens. There's this uncomfortable feeling of not getting what we want, and we don't want to be uncomfortable, so what do? We cave in. We self-sabotage. And then what do? We have self-pity. We don't want to be uncomfortable, but I am telling you, you have to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable to make these changes. When you first started the smoothie, I'm sure it was a little uncomfortable. Now you're 6 months in. Now it's easy peasy, a daily habit. I'm sure it was uncomfortable the first time you had to get up at 5 a.m. for the 5:30 workout. It was probably uncomfortable for a couple of months. Now you're comfortable. Now you don't know how you'd start your day without it. What is it right now you say you want that you're having a hard time to achieve, and you don't want to get uncomfortable to do it? You don't want to get uncomfortable. Chuck and I, for the past 5 years, have been talking about getting our finances in order. We've been talking about it. We talk a lot about it. We didn't do it. Why? Because it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable on Friday nights when we wanted to go out and eat or go out and have cocktails or go out and do whatever, or go shop. It was uncomfortable. We didn't want to live like no one else. We didn't want to stay home. COVID, there are so many silver linings to COVID for Chuck and I. Yesterday we were talking about it. Finances was another one of ours. We have paid off so much debt in the past year because we weren't spending money on crazy things. We weren't going for coffees or lunches or out to dinner every Friday night on date nights. We found a way to do what we wanted here in our home and saving money so we could pay off debt. Just another silver lining. How many silver linings did you find in COVID? I'm asking you, how uncomfortable did you get to make it so that in a year from when COVID started, you could be comfortable? Are you willing to be uncomfortable to do the things? Are you willing to get uncomfortable on Sunday afternoon and meal prep? Are you willing to get uncomfortable at 7 o'clock at night when the craving hits for sugar or wine or whatever it is? Are you willing to get uncomfortable and tell yourself no? Because that is where the uncomfortable starts, by telling yourself no. I shouldn't tell you no. Your spouse shouldn't tell you no. Your kids shouldn't be telling you no. You have to be telling you no. Hold on, I got a couple of comments here. Hello, Victoria Corey. A tablespoon of flaxseed added to my smoothie to help hot flashes. Ooh, I like that tip. Dina, good morning. Nikki, sounds crazy, but I have a little notebook I keep updating. Hold on here. I have a little notebook that I keep updating. And with each coffee talk I watch, and the homework is sometimes a hassle, but worth it. You've helped me through a complete year of self-reflection to realize my true worth and what I'm capable of. That brings tears to my eyes, Nikki. I am here with you, and I cannot tell you what this year has done for me as well. You might think you've got it, but I'm going to talk to you as we get a little bit deeper in here. Man, there's always something we can learn from somebody. But whether or not we take the time to implement that knowledge, to take action on that knowledge, that is where the power comes. Chris, I love your nails and your hand talking and showing them off nicely. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, my friend. All right, what else we got here? This is awesome. I want something different. You must do something different. Are you a consumer or a producer? And Chuck, what was your word for the year? Producer. And how do you feel like that's coming along for you?
Pretty damn good.
Pretty dang good. I like it.
I will say, though, if I'm not producing, it's because I'm stuck in consumption.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm stuck in just trying and feel good consumer moments versus action
Yes.
moments.
How many books have you bought? And I love to read, but there is a difference between reading and consuming and taking action on what you're reading. Chuck, you told me something this weekend that you read in your book. He's reading a book and it gets to the end of the chapter and it says, now stop and take action on what you've read. Don't just read it and go on to the next chapter. Take action on it. Am I right on that? Is that what you were telling me?
Yeah, I'll find it.
All right. So the discomfort comes in the form of a challenge. It should be a challenge. When you encounter a challenge, you have two options. You can either give in or you can stare the challenge right in the face and run at it with everything you've got. You want to give up alcohol? Do it. It's going to be uncomfortable. If you've been saying it for months and years, I'll tell you what, you're going to feel alone. You're going to find that it's really uncomfortable in social situations. You're going to find in the stress of a moment that alcohol is what you've always turned to and you don't know what else to do. Run at it head on. This could be sugar, snacking, whatever it is. You should be uncomfortable. That's how you know that something big is happening. Go ahead, Coach. He's shirtless, so you're only going to see his head.
It says, instead of just doing informational reading, you need to become a transformational reader. It isn't enough to simply understand a principle. You must implement it in everyday life. Take action.
Take action. Nikki, I used to be a consumer, honestly, but I am working towards being a producer. It's hard some days, but I'm getting there. Yes. My mindset game, I listened to hundreds of podcasts. I read numerous books. I followed influential people on Facebook, but nothing changed. Why? because I kept consuming without taking action. You have to take action. You are no different than me. If you're like, Roxanne, I wish I could be as positive as you. I wish I could be as joyful as you. I wish that I could wake up and even though I have a head cold, I can get through the day and not be miserable. It's all right here.
You can wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which one fills
And
up
you
first.
can do it. I promise you, you can do it. It's not easy. It is hard. But we all are built with the same components. We can do this. We can do this. In your life, you've already encountered and overcome so many challenges. What happened in those challenges? Growth. You grew. You grew through the challenge. As we move forward, the challenges are probably going to get even harder. The biggest obstacle you're going to have to overcome is yourself, is the belief that you can overcome the obstacle. It's your belief. It's your self-pity. It's your self-sabotage. Are you willing to overcome it? Have you ever heard, no pain, no gain? No pain, no gain, right? It's so cliche. Like, I feel like you hear that at every gym. You hear that at every, no pain, no gain. But that there is so much meaning and it will remain relevant forever. But we've heard it so often that now it's just become just something people say. But it's true. No pain, no gain. You have to get uncomfortable to be comfortable. And nobody said that being uncomfortable was only going to last a day. It might last you 6 challenges. It might last you a year. When I lost my 100 pounds, it doesn't mean because I got through that year, that 18 months, and it was comfortable by the end. Heck no. It was challenge after challenge after challenge to get to that goal. I lived uncomfortably for many, many months to overcome those obstacles. Kim, last week you said, chances are we all know that thing that is holding us back. Sounds silly, but I had to quit eating peanut butter, at least until I can get control, right? It sounds silly in the moment, but if you're somebody who sits down every day and is like, ha, 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 I should probably give up eating peanut butter, right? Because we make a joke of it. If you go back and look at my Facebook 3-4 years ago, I probably had constant funny memes about wine. Always. It was a joke. It was a big joke. I laughed about it all the time as I sat down and consumed a bottle of wine a night. We all think that it's not a problem until we're ready to face the mirror and it's a problem. Lori, I try to consume everything knowledge, but the wisdom is finding the consumption that works for each of us. Producer, yes. So if you think these words don't apply to you, now this is going to be a little bit of harshness, but my word for the year is true. I have to be true. And sometimes true sounds harsh. If you think these words don't apply to you, and what you're going through is worse than everybody else, I want you to take a moment and realize how spoiled you are and how entitled you are when you say that. If you believe that what you are going through is worse than anybody else, you are entitled and you are spoiled. Do you have running water? Do you have electricity? Do you have food in your refrigerator or in your cabinets? I'm going to bet you do. So I want you to take a step back today when you think that your worst is worse than somebody else. When is the last time that you actually did a little research on the slums of, I'm going to say South Africa, but let's bring it a little closer to home. Maybe the slums of Milwaukee. How bad do they have it? How bad do you really have it? How bad is it for you? You have the capability, if you're listening to this, you probably have a smartphone. You probably have a computer. How entitled do we take these moments when we think our worst is so much worse than somebody else's? The problem isn't that we don't know the way. We know the way. We have every opportunity in the world to make our circumstances better. How many of you are facing financial difficulties and it just is beneath you to go get a second job at a gas station, at a fast food restaurant? It's beneath you to do that. Even though you're financially drowning, it's beneath you. But you have the capability of going out and getting that job. Sometimes we just have to take a step back and realize what our self-pity is doing to us. How much sabotage we are really creating for ourselves. Stop worrying what the world isn't doing for you. What are you doing for the world? Stop worrying about what the world isn't doing for you, what your boss isn't doing for you, what your coworkers aren't doing for you, what your significant other isn't doing for you. What are you doing for them? What are you, and this gets me fired up. This is going to be my talk tomorrow because I see a lot. If there's a word I feel like is thrown around a lot these days, I feel like it's gaslighting. And I want to talk about that tomorrow because this gets me fired up. Do what you can to make this world a better place. If you're going into work and you feel like everybody's out to get you, find a new job. They're on every single corner. You don't want to work fast food. You don't want to work at a gas station. You don't want to work at Walmart, but you hate going into your corporate job. My friends, we have life handed to us on a platter. You can go do anything you want. You feel like you can't get results? Are you taking a hard look at what's in your refrigerator, what's in your cupboard, what you really are making for food? Take a deep look. You have to remember, this starts with you. You have so much power. You have so much power. And when you realize that, nothing is going to stop you. Nothing can stop you. Alyssa, I constantly tell myself my blessings are bigger than my problems. Amen. This is where I'm going to end it today, my friends. This is where I'm going to end it. You are entitled to so much. We are all entitled. We feel entitled to so much, but we have so many things at our fingertips. We are so blessed, and we take those things for granted. When the world got shut down last year, I feel like every single one of us, we fought for our rights, but it went deeper than that. Let's be honest. It went so much deeper than that. We felt entitled to things. We felt we deserved things. Everything can be taken from you in a heartbeat. It might not be the government that takes it. It might be a car crash. It might be, if the housing market comes crashing down and you're on the verge of buying, things can be taken from us in a heartbeat. You have to appreciate what you have right now, the little things along with the big things. My friends, we have to step outside of that self-pity because that self-pity is bringing us all of our self-sabotage. All right, that's where I'm going to end it, my friends. That's where I'm going to end it. I love being here with you. I love sharing in these messages with you. They hit me as much as they hit you. We are in this together. Maybe we are not in the same place at the same time, but I bet we have all been here one time or another, and we are going to be here again, my friends. All right, join Coach Chuck at noon for his noon nugget. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. On Friday, it will be the 300th episode. We're going to do something. I don't know what. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. Lori, hearts right back to you. Go out and have a fantastic day. Make this world a better place for somebody else, and I bet you will find that it comes back to you twofold. Love you, my friends.